going to do just a general read today. It's going to be an oracle reading as I have two oracle decks here. I absolutely love my fairy deck, so we definitely have to get that out, and then I need butterflies. Come on. So let's ask for a general message. So if you've watched any of my other videos, I believe that tarot is something that you should use for yourself. I am not opposed to checking up on anybody else. However, with that being said, I do believe that you have control over nothing but yourself. Therefore, wasting that time, energy, and possibly opening yourself up to those possible negative, energies, and it's just something that is counterintuitive in my opinion. If you can't change anything about a situation except yourself, why wouldn't you be working on that, right? We need those tools. We don't need what we can't do. We need what we can do, right? So here we have leaving, seeking, and finding. I just love when this happens. Honestly, I'm just so blown away all the time. I Because the cards go together so well. Sorry, that might not have made sense. There's so much going on in my head all the time. So leaving, seeking, and finding, release your power and be your true self. In my opinion, these are basically two of the same cards, just from different decks. So without reading the meanings, which I will because they are oracle cards, and I do think it's important to see the message that they came with, what the intention was. Leaving, seeking, and finding. I feel like you are diving into yourself, and you might be leaving a situation right now to go seek and find your true self, your true love, your true life. Sometimes that can be really, really difficult. I've had to do it before, picking up and leaving everything you know and everything that's comfortable to you. It can be really, it can be really scary, honestly, and it really doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't really seem to get any easier. Um, and I don't know why that is. I really have to stop saying. I'm trying not to comment every time I say which has been like a feat in itself, but I say a lot for someone that does not know how to edit. I am just looking for leaving. So we have leaving. So this card confirms what you already know. It's time to leave a toxic situation. You've done your best to heal the conditions, but sometimes the circumstances become intolerable, and the healthiest choice is to move on. This naturally brings up feelings of confusion and insecurity. However, rest assured that whatever you're on, rest assured you're on the right path, which you are. Everything works out for the best. Your departure doesn't need to be sudden or drastic. Like a butterfly building a cocoon, you can plan and prepare for this transition right now. You can even make your exit gradual so that you feel comfortable and secure during this healthy change. Additional meanings, letting go of fear, releasing an addiction, travel, a family member leaving home. And then we got seeking and finding. I'm just always blown away when the messages come so clearly and so together and in such an easy way to explain. I don't know that I explained it in an easy way, but it would technically be easy. Seeking and finding, like a butterfly, flying from flower to flower, you are searching for what's next. This card reassures you that you'll find what you're looking for. Hold the vision of success, experience the excitement of the process, and feel fulfillment as if everything has already been accomplished. Keep calling upon the guidance of God and the angels to lead you in the best direction. Look within yourself to find great love and beauty. Don't draw fear onto your path by worrying about what will come. Put only love into any love. Put only love into any thoughts and feelings you have about your future. Trust that everything that is rightly yours already belongs to you spiritually. Hold on, love, love. Anything you are seeking is seeking you. Also, have faith and open your arms to receive. Finding a lost object, reunion with a long lost loved one, discovering your divine life purpose, meeting your soulmate, and meditation. So, as you saw with the leaving card, I think that this has to do with leaving. If you could be, depending on how old you are, you could be leaving home for the first time. But I feel this has a lot to do with, I feel a lot of fear and anxiety right now. Even to try to explain how I'm feeling, the words don't want to come out. It's knowing that you're not happy where you are, and it's not even about being happy in the traditional sense of happy. You're a butterfly, and right now you are chilling with the caterpillars, and you are realizing that to cocoon, you can't do it in that environment. And you also realize that it's happening regardless of whether you want it to or not. You can't stop your growth once you've sort of gone so far, once you've made that realization, once that clicks with you, it's very, very difficult to go backwards in life. And I think that you might be leaving a situation. So, like I said, it could be home for the first time. Perhaps you're getting a divorce. Perhaps you're leaving a relationship. Perhaps you're leaving home and joining somebody else. But a very strong message here is to have faith, and that the leaving, you will find what you are looking for. You definitely have to release a little bit of power and release the outcome. If we all sat around thinking, what if there would not be a child in this world, I can assure you, because there is not a mother here that who didn't die when she found out she was pregnant, no matter how prepared she was. You can never be prepared, right? You can have all the money in the bank, you can have your house, your career, your job, and it's there's still that unknown. You can't know. And this is kind of that same thing. You know as much as you're going to know, and the universe is telling you to release the outcome. You're gonna seek, and you will find what you're looking for. But what's the point if, and not that there's no point in the end game, but why not enjoy your time? And when I say enjoy your time, I mean this is your growth period. So how you define this time in your life is really defined by you. You get to take the mask off, you get to release your power, you get to show people that you are who you are, and you've decided what you've decided. And when you stand in your power, and I assure you, we cannot move through life without hurting people. It's unfortunate. I think that we should do everything that we can to avoid that, including, included but not limited to, telling the truth and being as authentic as possible. But we all know we've been in situations where we've had no choice and we've hurt somebody, hopefully unintentionally. I think that there are situations in life that border on the intentional, unintentional, because I myself have hurt people that I have not wanted to hurt, but I can't say that I didn't know that they would be hurt, if that makes sense. And so this seems like one of those situations, but I have been with a few people while they've left the earth, and not one person has ever said to me, oh, I'm so glad I did that thing for so and so, or I'm so glad I got that thing. It's literally always exclusively family who is there for you. Sorry, love. So sorry, I just paused the video I was going to seamlessly come back, but I have no idea what I was saying. So, with the grumpy red fairy, the divination message is to some people in this world, sadly, but also truly, it is all about fitting in, all about playing by the rules. And because they put up so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others, like you and the grumpy red fairy, feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dynamic and creative ways. When the grumpy red fairy comes to play, it may be time to really just be your own true self, whoever that is, from day to day. Wear black, experiment with your hair, and your own personal style. Play the drums, join a rock band. Just don't fake it. Don't smile and be all sugary sweet and all nicey nice just because you think that's how you should be. Be real, be authentic, be funny, be you. Try different things, find out who you are. Then the smiles that do come will be genuine and they will warm the hearts of all of us. That's so important, guys. I don't just read this from a book. I say this as authentically as possible. I learned at a very young age that you have moments in life, and not all moments last. In fact, there are no lasting moments. And sometimes a small moment and a small moment of courage within yourself can not only change your life in good and bad, forewarning, but the lives of other people. I think it was, I want to say Tupac, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was him because he was very, very smart man. But he said, wouldn't it be selfish of me to keep my ideas to myself, knowing that I might not be the one, but me saying and me talking and me bringing this up, me telling other people to go and clean the earth makes other people go and clean them. How selfish would it be to keep that information or to keep that to myself just because I knew that I wasn't going to be the Beyonce of it? Do you know what I mean? And so by not being your authentic self, imagine not just for everybody else, but imagine what you yourself are missing out on in life. How many times do you smile and grin and bear something you just don't want to? And believe me, life is too short for this. And people get over stuff, and when you're moving in as authentic, loving manner as possible, and I'm not talking about like kumbaya, like I just want to say I love you. Well, no, I get it. In real life, some situations call for a tough hand, a strong hand, shall we say. And you go into situations absolutely 100% knowing that you are about to devastate somebody. If you've ever been through divorce or had to tell somebody, that somebody was sick, if you've ever lost somebody, these are moments that are so heavy. You can only worry yourself about what's about to happen. And that fear oftentimes takes so much from us. Time is man made, absolutely, but it's ours. We are men, we are human, right? And although it may be man made and although the universe doesn't work on man made time, I'm sorry, it is your time. And to know that a year ago you knew what you had to do and you just dilly dagged. Imagine if you were dilly dagged. Imagine if you were just dilly dagging around. Imagine school. Okay? If you had a choice in grade 1 to take a speed course for the next year that would get you through to grade 6, or you can just chill in the back and go at your own pace. There are both kinds of people. There are the group of people that would absolutely chill for sure, maybe just a couple, but the majority of people are going to say 5 years with no school, hell yeah. That's what this is. Being yourself, allowing yourself to become who you are authentically. Not everything that we say is gonna like please everybody. I rub people the wrong way all the time, but I speak my mind, and at the end of the day, I have moments in my life that not only affected me, but affected the people around me, and all because I was brave enough to say something that nobody else wanted to say. Now, with that being said, I've also gotten myself in trouble for speaking my mind. And right or wrong, when you open yourself up to be vulnerable in any way, you have to expect that as many. Well, I hope that there would be more good people out there, but there's always that low vibe person that is going to take that moment of, vulnerability, and they are going to, I don't even want to say use it against you, because we all have to take ownership for the fact that we put ourselves in that position. So if I didn't hand you, the crayon, you couldn't color me anything. So don't give your power away, in that you release your power. You're not giving your power away. So if you need to say something, especially in regards to the, leaving and seeking and finding, sometimes you are going into a situation that is not going to be pleasant for anybody. But I cannot express enough, I would rather be told the harshest truth to my face than to be told anything of a lie. I cannot stand lying. I've done it. I've done it harshly. I have 1000%. And to go through such traumatic things and then to turn around and A, do it to somebody else, or B, repeat it, seems absolutely a waste of what my purpose on this earth is. And it's definitely not to, you know, I don't know, I lost my train of thought there, but the divination message is, please take time to clear from your own sacred energy field jealousy, envy, fear, and guilt. Once you are clear, welcome in bright, strong, powerful, healing energy, healthy energy. After this has taken place, expect symbols and signs to pour in. Keep your energy strong and bright and follow the signs. When your energy is strong and bright, when you come from a place of love, courage, and wisdom, you will attract the right signs and not be misled. Do not expect to have no change after her arrival. Relationships and situations based on ego centered concepts containing toxic energies will fall away naturally, and you will now ask for your worth. This is not hubris, overweening pride. It is self love in action. So they're saying you're not being cocky by saying to somebody that, okay, so for me personally, I'll use my personal experience. I am a very intuitive person, and I can sometimes know that, I can feel what somebody else is feeling. And so for me, sometimes I'll take the brunt of it off them, because I know the outcome, right? Feel the outcome of this, and this will be something different. Whereas if I'm sticking up for somebody else, oh, guns blazing, like it doesn't matter. I have stood up in you know, grocery store full of people. I've stood up in front of a church full of people. I've stood up in parks and buses, and anywhere that I've had to. If I've had to, I will absolutely 1000% speak my mind. And to live any other way, in my mind, is a disservice to yourself, because how many hours a day do you spend either gossiping about other people, uh, you know, throwing daggers at people? How much time do you spend on everybody else, on what they're going to think, on what they're going to, I can't do this because if I do this, then so and so is going to be mad, but if I don't do this, then I'm going to do this. I want you today to clear out everybody else's thoughts and feelings and everything else except for what you think, because you're going to learn who your true self is, and you're going to release it to the world. And if that means that you have to leave a toxic situation, and a toxic situation can be many, many, many things. A toxic situation obviously can be a shitty relationship. It can be and a family. If you're staying home, if you're at home, for example, and you're old enough to move out, and it's about that time. Toxic means you are not striving. You're a mud in the concrete. You're a flower in the concrete, and you need to move to some mud, to some soil. You need to seek, and you will find it. But you got to get yourself out of there, and you're gonna have a little chutzpah to do it. But once you're your true self, you're going to speak with love. You're going to speak in as authentic terms as you possibly can. And when you're moving in love, when you are being as authentic, and this is inside, we can't read anybody's mind, right? And there's always going to be the people that say, oh, she's a, oh, he's a, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Who cares about that? Because when you're your true self, believe me, you don't care. Because what you say is what you feel, and how can you be wrong for that? Be open to know. To know anything is to know nothing, but know yourself, if that makes any kind of sense. Be open to hearing the other side. Be open to somebody debating with you. Be open to it, but not open enough that you're willing to have them move in and take over your ideas. You are who you are, and we're put here for a purpose. Everybody has a different one, everybody has a unique one. And yes, there are a lot of moments like this in life where we find ourselves in situations that there's not a situation in life that we can say we didn't have a part in putting in. And yes, I know I didn't choose this. I didn't choose my mom. I didn't choose to be born here. I didn't choose this. But there were a million other choices. Again, we can't control everything else. We can control ourselves. So in this situation, I'm telling you, you're going to be, if you haven't already, you already know what's up. I don't have to go into details. You have a toxic situation that you're in right now, and you have some place that you want to go. You have some place, a goal maybe. You have, maybe you're going away to school. Whatever the case may be, you're nervous about what's going to happen. And so, even though this situation that you're in is making you absolutely miserable, it's enough that this is too scary. But I'm telling you, there's nothing to worry about. I think if you're moving as authentic as possible, just believe me when I say you're going to have bad days, of course, but they're not going to be horrible. And you're going to get through them because the fastest way from A to B is a straight line. Let yourself feel it. Let everyone else feel it. You know, if you're telling someone you're leaving, they might be pissed. You know, I've seen people lose their entire family solely because they chose to follow their heart and, you know, go with a mate or go with a mate. Good night, how things stand up. You know, but how many people in life are not doing these things and just regretting it? I have no regrets. If I mean, I've made a fool of myself, but I have no regrets. And if I said it behind your back, I'll say it to your face. And if it is the truth, honey, try to stop me. I am not cocky. I am a very quiet, keep to myself kind of person, which is completely contradictory to the fact that I would literally, like I said, stand up for myself or anybody, you know, anybody that needed, I guess, a big loud mouth like me too. But you have that inside of you. So you're going to release your power. You're going to be your true self. And that true self is a contradiction. It's going to change every day. So today, if you feel like you're a hippie, spiritual, you know, kumbaya, and tomorrow you're punk rocking and, you know, I don't know what punk rock is. I don't even know why I use that example, but you get what I mean. I will never be put in a box. Like, I am who I am, and that's it. Like, try and figure me out. I hope that wasn't too rambly, guys. Uh, Definitely a heavy energy. I doubt anybody's still watching at this point, but if you are, I absolutely love you. If you would please, please, please like the video, maybe share it. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. Let me leave you with a couple. Um, um, and namaste, guys. Have a great day. Bye.